So, I don't think I've ever made a serious video, but today is the day that changes. I like to believe I have a proficient knowledge of three things in this world: Team Fortress 2, fast food, and Liquid Richard. And when I say that I have a proficient knowledge, I mean I'm like Albert Einstein. I could tell you the exact price of every McDonald's item including tax, and I could tell you every line of every patch note of every TF2 update since 2009. So please understand that this tier list is fact. It's complete fact. I don't want to see any comments saying, "Obese loser, did you even listen to Miami Blacked?" Yes. Yes, I did. Keep your delusions to yourself. So without any further ado, let's dive in like Wings dove into that bowl of Wendy's chili 2 days after his surgery.
Welcome to Miami Blacked.
There's a million things. There's a million things that I stress about every day. That I stress about every day.
Let's get this out of the way. Liquid Richard does not miss. But Miami Blacked was a foul ball. You can really tell that Liquid Richard was finding his sound with this album, as it was his first full release. The auto-tune in most of the songs, along with the subpar mixing, causes them to have a very rough around the edges feel. Richard's bars are also subpar, sticking mainly to just tracks about Sean Ranklin or his spiraling mental health. This being said though, for his first release, it's a certified classic. It does everything it needs to do, and definitely picks up at the tail end with tracks like Pussy Slaya and Twitch Hustla.
Alright, Redneck, welcome to Band World. Big up Liquid Richard. Perma-ban his bitch ass. Seriously, fuck you. If you continue to say Richard, whether you're a sub or not, I'm just gonna get ready for you for 24 hours.
Oh boy. Well, the first thing I can say is that this album is consistent. Consistent to a fault. It's very enjoyable. Liquid Richard has definitely found his sound at this point. The vocals and production are crispier than a Pringle. The features from Snort Ranklin are game-changing. All around just solid, but that's it. None of the songs on this make me want to do a dance in my gaming chair. They're just songs. And towards the later half of this album, I just start to lose interest. For a Liquid Richard album to be in the top half, it needs to be cold, hard, and have bangers. Something that will bring the life back in your diabetes-infested toes, and nothing on this does that for me. The highlights that are there are Fatter, Whiter, Lazier, and White Run Nightmare.
What's up, everybody? It's that Pimp Daddy. Pimp Daddy. I'm a slave to food. I love food more than I love myself. More than I love myself.
Now this is where boys become men. This is where the games end. It's hard to even think of words that can describe this. The production, the vibe, it's just pure art. Liquid Richard brought out all the stops here. The songs that go hard on this go so incredibly hard, it feels like you actually matter to someone for a few seconds. It's hard to believe a mere human could produce something like Modular Diet, the best track on the album, and the second best Liquid Richard song to date. It's timeless. It really is. The lyrics dive into so many topics. The surgery, Call of Duty, beef with the haters, previous relationships, and one of the most emotional outros to any album I've ever heard. But no piece of art isn't without its faults. There's some skips in the mix. I'm not a fan of Fuck COD or The Surgery. They just don't do it for me. But if you can make it past these shortcomings, The Last Two Raw is a life changer worth anyone's ears.
Liquid Richard is like the generic knockoff of like a Rolex watch. Nobody really wants the generic knockoff of a Rolex watch. This guy goes out of his way to create this music. How does it taste? How does that dick taste, my friend? How does it taste? How does that dick taste, my friend? When I hopped in the lobby, straight catching a body.
There's sounds that stick with you, mold you as a human. The sound of your mother's voice. The sound of your feet crunching under the snow. Liquid Richard carried Diamond, track 15, Money. Now, this isn't to pimp a butterfly. This isn't an advancement in hip-hop. This isn't an advancement in music. It's an advancement in humanity. No skips. There's not a singular skip on this 44-minute audio orgasm of the ears. You know how I said Liquid Richard found his sound in Band World? Well, here, he refined it to the point where even trying to understand half of the intricacies he put into it will slice your brain like an avocado. The range of emotions you go through on this roller coaster ride of an album, with trap bangers like Kill the Noise, to nostalgic vibes like Mustang, to hard-hitting rock anthems like Microphone Fiend, to delving into the absolute depths of Liquid Richard's mind with soul-shattering songs like Get a Job. And what other way to end an experience than with a song like Every Day? It's just a perfect summary of what we've experienced over the years. Snort Ranklin returning with some of the most heart-wrenching vocal performances I've ever heard, not to mention the introduction of New Age Black, whose flow was strong enough to give him his own album currently in the works. I would bet my life that there will not be a single piece of media released that will compare to anything this album had to give. Well, I hope you enjoyed the completely factual Liquid Richard tier list. Big ups.